Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. My name is Ania, and I'm a headshot photographer. I work mainly with actors, sometimes with models, theaters, a little bit of a TV work. But my main focus is actors headshots. And we've got today with us here this young, beautiful lady, Liri, yes? And she'll be my model for today. She's a budding actress, yes? Are we getting into acting? Yeah. What I like about photographing actors is the fact that it's not all about beauty. It's about the real character and the face, basically, and bringing the character out of a person. Obviously, Liri is gorgeous, so my job is half done for me. But we still want to show her character and show her full casting range. So that's the idea of when you're photographing headshots. It's not just all pretty, it's actually about character shots today. But since we've got such a gorgeous young model today, we are going to concentrate on showing off her beauty and showing that. Quick equipment talk. Gavin was asking me earlier why am I using such a big heavy lens, and it is big heavy lens. The lens I'm using is 70 to 200 millimeters, and most people seem to think that you photograph animals from distance with it. I photograph headshots with it. The reason for it is, one of the reasons, I don't want to be in the face of my model. That's one of the reasons, very little, but I think it's quite off-putting and intimidating. Me as a woman, especially if you go to a photographer and somebody's right in your face, it can be a little bit much. That's one of the reasons, but the main reason is compression of perspective. So if you imagine a wide-angle lens that makes everything wider, bigger, fatter, let's be truthful, the long lens, the zoom lens, does the opposite. It compresses it all. Plus, it does something to the background, which is at right setting, puts it out of focus and makes it nice and creamy, which we will see at the end of my talk. Okie dokie. So another thing I need to really talk about is the PiXAPRO that I'm today showcasing for you. I'm not a massive technical person. I learn what I need and then I totally forget it and I just use it and I make it work for me. Like these 3 lights, I use them all the time and I had to ask Dom here, what are they? Remind me, because I want to tell people their names, yeah? So this is apparently ARC, is that what it's called? It's bloody amazing. This is, what is it, darling? The beauty dish, yeah, collapsible, yeah, that's, so I do love beauty dishes. You've heard about beauty dishes before. This one is collapsible, so you can basically fold it and pack it away. I shoot a lot of on location, so you can take it about anywhere with you. Okie dokie, right. Should we get into shooting, yeah? Right, so what are we going to do? I'm going to switch on these lights one by one. I'm going to look at the effects. The beauty of digital photography is that we see effects straight away, so we can correct anything and make it look good, yeah? Right, one thing to say as well, like I mentioned, I work with actors a lot, and I end up feeling like a dentist, surprisingly, because you would think that actors know how to behave in front of the camera. They do when they're being filmed, because they're told not to look into the camera, they're told to look away, and they're hiding behind whatever they're playing, right? Here all of a sudden, this young lady is here on her own with me, staring me into the eyes, and I'm telling her eye contact with camera. It's completely off-putting and strange and weird. She's smiling, she doesn't give monkeys really, you know. But that's what quite often happens. So what you need to do is put your client at ease and make sure you get the best out of them. What people tend to do, she's nice and relaxed now, so she's just sitting normally like relaxed person is, and which is all right. Let's take one shot and have a look. Hold on. Okay, that's lovely. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Okay, right. So what I would change about that in regards to posing, I would turn you slightly over shoulder. So what we're doing, rather than having bang on completely flat image, we want to introduce that leading line. You want to suck the viewer into an image, if that makes sense, yeah? So straight away we've got that, yeah? We've got a little bit of hair here, a little bit messy. So hold on, we'll just move that away and we'll bring your ponytail to the front. Okie dokie. So we've got a bit more depth to the image just by moving Liri's shoulders a little bit, okay? Next thing I'm going to ask you to do is lean towards me. Again, that's counterintuitive. Most people, your average Joe Harry off the street, when you take camera out, they're a little bit like, what the heck is happening, yeah? You need to do something opposite with your clients. You need to ask them to actually move forward, yeah? 2 things. One, whatever is closer to camera is bigger, right? It's just perspective, the way it works, right? So if I'm stood like that, boobs big, bum small, yeah, we all like it, right? The same for men, chest big, smaller there. If we go like that straight away, this is closer to camera, so that's not flattering. And although it's a headshot, it still comes across, it still brings the more flattering look that way, yeah? So we want just, and one more thing, when you say hi to someone, you don't go, hi, you know? you go, hi, how you doing? You know, it just creates that impression of being more approachable. And although it's just a headshot, which is literally shooting from up here, it still will come across as either being approachable, friendly, or a little bit petrified, yeah, like me now. So, okay, so leaning forward, lovely. Chin slightly lower, little bit that way. Again, chin lower, that's another posing point. This is a little bit of a seduction. So if you are asking someone for something, you don't go cocky like that, yeah? You go a little bit, you know, like that sunshine, right? So there's a tiny bit seduction with images. We're creating her a portfolio for her acting work. So when people look at it, they want to think, oh, she's gorgeous, you know, they don't want to think that she's cocky, unless we're aiming for a cocky image, obviously. Right, are we good? Okay, all right, let's try how that looks like. Okay, so we're going to hold on. Lovely. Chin slightly lower again. That way, that's nice. Okay, just hold that. Lovely. Okie dokie. All right, okay. Now we want to build up the image a little bit. We've got interior lit up from the left-hand side, and we've got that bit of a shadow on your left side, so on frame right, so on our right side. So what we're going to do is put in the arc softbox just to fill those shadows in. Try that. Okie dokie. All right, darling. Okay, so let's see. So I'm just adding a little bit of a fill light below our young model. Probably will be not enough, but we're just taking step at a time here. It's a little bit, we're being a bit shy. Let's amp it up by 2 stops and try it again. Okie dokie. That's lovely. Let's see. That's all. Can you see them shadows filling in a little bit, guys? Yeah? So what I would do in my studio, what I used to do, I would just use a simple reflectors, like a sheet of silver or gold. You might have seen those. And they are so dead cheap and dead easy. But the flexibility that this gives you is that I can up that a little bit more. So let's just give it a little bit more of a fill and see if that makes a difference. Hold on. Good, hold on. Can we flick through them? Yeah, just a little bit of a difference. Lovely. Okie doke. Right, what we're going to do now is add another point of interest. So we're going to add a light behind our model, which will be the one on the right. It's a beauty dish gridded. So the reason that we've got grid on, hold on, can I take this off? Is to make it a bit more focused, a bit more directional, because all we want to do with this one is give our lovely model a little bit of a shine here on her jaw line here. Yep. Okay, so is it on? It is on. And that is light D, is it? Hold on, let's check. So basically what I'm doing on this little jinx here on the trigger, I've got each one of them set up as a different, is it channel? Or, yeah, is that what it is? Yeah. So basically that's my light A, that's my light B, that's my light C. So I can separately control them and tell them the output that I am asking them to give. I'm just shoving this little jinx on a hot shoe. Here you go, darling. Okay. We're right there? Hold on. Okay. So. Okay, right. Okay, so what I'd like you to do, darling, lean forward and go quite, yeah, chin down, face that way. That's it. You know what? I'm going to take away. No, in fact, I'm going to tilt it a little bit that way. Oh, in fact. You okay? Okay. Oh, is this one not working now? Okay. Smashing. Turn your face this way. That way. Come back. So face on with me. That's it. Lean forward, chin slightly lower. That's it. That's nice. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay. Okay, lovely. Right, last thing we're going to try on them. So that's your simple headshots basically, free cameras, free light setup. We didn't end up using the backlight, did we? in the end. But I think we're fine because we're close to the background. Okay, what we're going to finish off with in the setup is flick the model around and try to use something that I really like using outside, which is the high-speed syncing. So what we're going to try to do is use the light, available light, as a background. So that's something we would do if I took you outside. So we would do varied shots like this inside with different outfits and probably change the background a little bit. And then we would take you outside and shoot against the ambient light, yeah? So what we're going to do is turn you around, whoops. Hold on. And sit you somewhere here. Okay. Hold on, let's move it on this side. Okay, lean forward a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. What we're going to do, first of all, we're going to switch everything off, and I'm going to look for the background, right? So I will look for nice, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, so what I'm doing at the moment is seeking a good out of focus background. Right, so what we're looking at is throwing the background out of focus, and obviously what we want to do as well is fill that in with the off-camera flash. So make it pop and make it, because at the moment I'm literally using the natural light that falls onto our model's face. Switch them back on. And hopefully we'll have to reset them because I've upped my ISO to 2000 here. So this is all going to blow now. So what I'm going to do is put all the lights on the lowest setting so I can work out then what goes with my out of focus background. Looking gorgeous there. Okay, smashing. Okay, so we're exposing for the background. Yep. So I'm checking the background is out of focus, and then once I'm happy that it's nice and soft, let's go even softer than that. Let's see. We can bring back the lights, hopefully. I was hoping to use high-speed syncing on this setup, but my camera for some reason is not going up to it. Well, we're nearly there though. Okay, so we're going to cheat a little. Okay. We're going to move them a little bit away, and we can get away with it. You okay, baby? Yeah, cool. Okay, all right. Liri, look over here. Yeah, chin slightly lower. That's it. A little bit this way. That's nice. Okay, and hold that. Hold on. We're going to shoot them cinematic as well, which is, I know everybody's, is the new buzzword cinematic, yeah? I think one of the cinematic takes, what it is as well, is the way you photograph it. So rather than photograph it portrait, it's photographing it landscape. The reason for photographing landscape, you imagine that portrait should be shot portrait, but when you think about going to cinema, you don't look on the screen like that. It's not your mobile. You go to watch cinema. It's cinematic, so that's why it's like that, yeah? Okay, so we'll do a few more like that. So lean forward, chin down. So basically what we're using all these people that are walking behind as our lovely backgrounds here. I keep looking at the back of the camera, but nothing there is going to be there. That's it, yeah, and that's the effect. So you could shoot that absolutely anywhere, and this is the function that these amazing lights as well give you, to set something up like that on location anywhere. I sometimes photograph this outside of my studio, which is a parking lot with cars there, and I put a client with their back to the cars on a sunny day. and they thinking, what the hell am I doing? But all the lights reflecting of the cars in the background give you all those nice little gorgeous dotty bits on the background. Okay, we'll take a few more. I've just upped our aperture a little bit to make sure we're getting a nice sharp takes there. That's lovely. Okay, chin slightly lower. Let's see with that light as well. With just adjust the light behind you because I'm not seeing it for some reason. So we're going to up that a little bit to give her a little bit more of a backlight there. Just that I will like see. Okay, let's just go a little bit. Okay, so lean forward a little bit, Speedy. That's it. Right, I think we can get away with having it a little bit brighter, actually. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's lovely. Okay, lean a bit more forward. You like it? It's all right. Lean forward, tilt your shoulders a little bit, to chin down, a little bit this way, that's it, gorgeous. So let's give it a sultry look so we're not happy or anything, we're a bit moody, yeah? That's nice, that's lovely. That's great, just stay there, darling. That's great. Okay. So with actors' headshots as well, what it is, it's a lot of tweaking, a lot of, we've got a gender in the background. It's the subtle differences, because what I'm searching for, what I'm aiming for is different expressions. So shall we try give them a bit of a smile? Because the aim of the game is to give an actor forecasting range of shots. So we want to see Liri laughing, happy, want to see her a bit moody and angry, want to see her in tears, if you like. I mean, it's not pantomime, obviously, but we want to sort of show the characters you could pull off, yeah? So shall we go proper, he was very happy, hey. Chin down, yeah, that's the one, that's nice. Open your shoulders towards me a bit more, lovely. Turn your face back towards me, towards me, that's it, that's nice, that's gorgeous, that's lovely. Okay, look at me, okay. And what was Gavin saying as well before, there's a way of photographing people. Usually, I think the tendency was that men would be photographed from underneath, so men was to be viewed, or were to be viewed as the big, strong whatnot, right? Whereas women you would photograph from above as this submissive, poor little ladies, you know. So again, we can use it to our advantage here and photograph and act that way in order to create different filter and image. Yeah, but that's about it for you. Hold on, let's take a few more. I like you so much. Hold on, chin down, a little bit, shoulders, and give us a nice big smile again. And I'm going to go a little bit lower because we are kick backside ladies. I don't want to use the other word, obviously. Nice. Lovely. Excellent. I will keep looking at the back of my camera, but it should be up there. Lovely. Okie dokie. I think that's all from us for today. Any questions? Did it all make sense or not quite? Hello. Can I repeat the settings? Yeah, well, in all honesty, I was aiming for high-speed syncing here, but we got away a little bit. So on this setup here, I went with ISO to 640, and the reason behind that is that I wanted to let in the ambient light. So I wanted that background, I wanted all that visible. I went down on aperture to 3.5. The reason behind that was that I want the background to be thrown out of focus. And what helps that as well is this big boy, because I've got it on 200 millimeters, so that squashes the perspective, so that makes that background even more creamy and even more out of focus. That is reasoning. And I went on shutter speed 200. I would have liked to go a bit higher. My camera just didn't want to play. But I went as high as it allowed, because we could have pushed it a little bit higher and use that function of these lights, because these lights are just truly amazing. They're really reasonably priced for the quality that they deliver and functionality of them. It's a no-brainer, you know. They're great. Any other questions there, guys? Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Are we good? Ooh, I survived. I shouldn't have said that, should I? Thank you.